Taurus.
Hello Taurus, this is your astrological forecast for that of July 2016, and the full focus for you here this month, the most specific focus that is, will all be around short distance trips. So you might be out and about traveling, whether it's a longer vacation or you're going to split it up into short little ones, that could be, but also any interaction that you're having with siblings this month might prove to be very, very important to you. And this is because we have the Sun, Mercury, the new moon, and Venus in this area. So that would be the focus of you interacting with, communicating with, staying in touch with people here that might even be out of town or at distance. But I see you being busy to and fro and acting, integrating with the community around you here as well too. So when these planets here are now moving through the sign of Cancer, we all, no matter what sign we are, we're going to be absorbing that Cancerian energy. This is where the Sun, Mercury, Venus, and the Moon is filtering through. So that will be like our lens, how we are going to filter this month. So for you, Taurus, it will be paying attention and feeling that you're a little bit more sensitive than normal. That is because the Cancerian energy is all about emotions, one's internal feelings, security, and we might be a little touchy due to it, because normally you Taurians are very strong, right? But you're going to be more of heart this month. You're going to feel and react more like a Cancerian. But that is just passing for a couple of weeks. But I do want to say, though, that this new moon here will be on, nonetheless, 4th of July. So with all the fireworks taking off, it's beautiful here on a black sky, dark sky, with no moon, and so it will really give an extra pop. But don't forget, it will be a busy day, and so recall to do placing your intentions, because that is the day we want to do it. And what should your intentions be here when it's passing through the 3rd house? It's exactly those things that we were talking about. Nurturing your siblings, being a part of it, communication, making sure that all those communication channels are working between you and your siblings. This is a great month for that to take place. And once you do that, it's planting the seed which will carry you throughout the whole entire coming year until the new moon in this very same area next year around the same time. Venus here in this area is allowing you to speak more so from the heart, what is true to you. And you're going to feel it. You know, you might be able to be strong at other times of the year and kind of hold it in or hold it back. But when it's in this sign of Cancer, well, you're going to feel it that much more, so you're going to have more of a need to express. So thank God Mercury's there helping you to express those feelings. And then we have Mars now waking up. It's been in a retrograde motion, slowing down our actions, interactions. Maybe we've been procrastinating a little bit, because Mars rules our physical drive, our ability to act, right? And for you, it's in the 7th house of relationships. So if you've been feeling things have been moving a little slow right now, well, from the very last couple of days there in June, it's going to slowly wake up and start picking up speed. So maybe your relationship has been undergoing a little bit stress. Mars can bring stress, and when it's retrograde, it's bringing up all issues from the past and whatnot. Not only that, but it's opposing your own sign. So you might be here as a Taurus, and Mars is up here in Scorpio opposing you. So you might have felt maybe that your partner might have been opposing you, or not really going along with everything that you hope, wish, and want. But you'll see now that it starts picking up, this will come back on track and you'll be on the same path again there, Taurus. Jupiter is still where it's at, working in the 5th house for creativity and self-expression, maybe projects that you're wanting to do and expand upon. And it's also children. Now that Jupiter is again direct and now picked up speed, which it has done throughout that of June, you should start seeing this area also picking up speed for you. And definitely you're going to be traveling a whole lot more now this summer. This could also be with your partner because romance is here as well. So that works out for you beautifully. And especially after June, because if you're listening to this forecast here early on in the month of June, you're probably still working out a few of those challenges that we reported on last month that would be up and about there in June. So it hasn't all been all that easy, but I can promise you, as we start off the month here in July, things are looking up. So on July 1st, we have love and romance and expansion taking place. I see a lot of laughter and smiles. It really feels like a great day to spend time with your beloved or meet somebody new if you're single. It's a great time to go out and shop and find a great deal. Venus and Jupiter are working together, which has to do with renewal, wanting to beautify something, whether it's yourself or something for the home, but you can find good bargains here on the 1st. On the 3rd, I'd say pay attention to whatever epiphanies or thoughts, ideas, visions that you might be receiving. Neptune is in the picture, and Neptune rules that psychic part of our being. So we might have something that we can see for the future, a goal. In that case, it's all good. You don't have to act on it right away. Neptune is in your area of friendships or groups and organizations. So it might be through maybe some friendship, perhaps. Somebody's going to say something, trigger an epiphany here for you. And yes, it doesn't have to take on shape and form right away, but I would say it holds a potential for something that you could put on your horizon. And we all have our horizon. That's what pulls us forward in life. If there's nothing on the horizon, then we feel depressed, right? There's nothing. What's the worth, the meaning of doing anything anyway, because we can't see anything? That's depression. So having goals on your horizon, Neptune now placing a very beautiful ideal type of goal on horizon, I think it's going to lift your spirits. There, Taurus are going to be quite happy. Now, on the 6th, if you're looking for a good time, a good day to go out and do something, as far as a date, the 6th is beautiful. Venus, which is females and males, being Mars, they're doing the dance. This is a great time for you and your partner to go out and enjoy. If you're single, well then, maybe you will come to meet somebody here on this day, so don't sit home. The day that I might want to caution you a little bit about here in July, and we don't have many of those days at all, is the 7th. It's not a good time to bring up any so-called issues because it might come to a clench. I see that people and of course this is an international, global type transit, so we're all going to feel a little short-fused on that day. And the only thing we want to be careful about is not getting into it. People might end up saying things they don't really mean. It's just like this burp coming up, and then the reaction could be somebody splitting off. We don't want that to happen. Whenever Venus and Uranus are at heads like this, the mechanism that takes place is that they might just want to split. Not that they wanted to. Little did they know when they got up that morning that maybe something would split apart. And this is when we see that things can terminate very quickly, abruptly, and then, oh my God, here's all the remorse in the aftermath. So I'd say, just lay low. Because the Sun is opposing Pluto, Mercury is opposing Pluto, you're not seeing eye to eye. Things are overly sensitive, and I don't really see a whole lot of participation in it. Anger does not want to see the day's light here today. But if you have something you need to speak about, it's a great time between the 8th and the 10th. This is when Sun, Mercury here has great aspects to Jupiter, where you're going to be able to see things from the same point of view. There's an expansion even that can actually amplify the very thing that you wanted to conclude. There's a great sense of humor coming in. I see laughter. I see action being taken upon whatever it is you're agreeing upon. So this is all good. It's bringing you on the same page. It's just like low on the 7th. Then on the 16th, straight throughout the rest of the month, excellent, excellent energies coming here. I see communication. I see you emotionally being behind what it is you're saying. Whoever is promising you something, I feel that they too will be behind their words. So we see words and we see action. When they both harmonize, that's when we know that things are great. There's stability in our lives. Here towards the 19th, I feel there could be some documents or communications or negotiations. These negotiations here for you will pretty much be between the home and security. Either securing your home by contract. If you're moving, you might see that take place. If you're already in a home, you might be doing some changes to it, which can secure your path as you move forward. Saturn in your 8th house, see, wants to secure financially, not just for now but the future, but it's been hard to do so because Saturn's been retrograde for many, many months, and it won't turn before mid-August. But you can start talking about what is important to you, security, and whether this has to do with between you and your partner, or maybe it's a bank or investment company, mortgage company. Mercury here is angling it at your root, at your feet, the foundation of your life. So I'm feeling it has to do with that. So the end of the month is good. As you come into August, even better. When Saturn goes direct, I believe it's the 13th. Don't hold me to it because I don't have the dates for it here, but it is around mid-month. Saturn will start picking up. That would be the time that you can actually look at. It's like the key in the door, and you have something that is super important. You might feel that you've been working on this really hard, Taurus, maybe for, the last 3 to 5 months. This whole retrograde of Saturn, this whole retrograde of Mars, and it hasn't really been moving in any direction, even in spite of all the energy you put into it, but it's been like treading water, getting nowhere. So at least that is now going to take on shape and form for you. The full moon this month, it is July 19th at 27 degrees in Capricorn. So for you here, it's going to be in the 9th house, having to do with foreign people and places. It might have to do with you traveling. Maybe you're going to have a long distance journey this month. In that case, here the full moon will be illuminating this area, and you're going to have very strong feelings and emotions too, especially the day before the full moon when the moon is touching upon Pluto in this area. So I feel that that's going to bring emotions to the surface big time. So up here on the information button, you can just click it to go listen to your moon and rising readings. You'll have all the forecasts for the 12 signs there, plus also your tarot readings, so it's easily accessible. You don't have to go and search there on YouTube. You might also find the link to it down below here in the description area for your convenience. But listen, have a great July. I can't wait to see you there in August. Bye now.